Hello viewers, this episode we're going to be flying over to try to do a mission in the Crusader area. We're taking a C8R this time. The Medical Pisces. We got launch clearance, we're powered up, we are ready to roll. And when I say roll, I mean fly. And when I say fly, I mean possibly crash. But hopefully not. We'll see. The last video didn't exactly end in the most auspicious manner. It's a nice sunny day on Microtech. Unfortunately, we're not staying on Microtech. We are heading for space.
Thank you. And please visit again.
We're going to set course here for Crusader. And we want to go to the station. There's a burned out station here. Let's just get to Crusader and I'll take the mission. If I can get the mission. Okay, waypoint is set. Climbing out of Atmo. Boom, we are in Quantum. We got a ton of time to kill. Last time I was in Quantum, the graphics kind of screwed up a little bit. Hopefully that won't be the case this time. I think I might have to apply the other paint that I got for this ship. It doesn't look bad in red, but I think red and white would probably be a little better. On the way back, assuming we survive this little misadventure, I want to stop at Port Tressler and pick up some armor that I got there. As you can see, my dude's just chilling in the pilot seat. This is a fairly lightly armed ship. We got the two Bulldog laser cannons on the front, and we have a pair of size 1 missiles under the wings. So if I get into a fight, basically I want to stick my head between my legs and put my butt up in the air to get kicked. It's a nice looking ship though. Very small, very nimble. Flies awesome at low level. Might try a little bit of that later on. The mission I'm hoping to find is going to be a simple delivery mission around the Crusader area. The one that I was looking at last time I was there was a package delivery at the sort of blown up Kovalek station there. It's in orbit around one of the moons, but I can't remember which one. I don't think it's Daymar, but we'll find out soon enough. And when I say soon enough, I mean eventually. Because this is going to be a long trip with nothing to do but listen to me babble. But at least it's a nice looking ship to look at on the way. What a screensaver. And as an added bonus, we got emergency lights. because it is a medical ship. Basically the ambulance of the Star Citizen universe. So if you weren't already enough of a target with your tiny little guns, this will make you even more of a target. The cargo variant of this thing is the C8. That has 4 SCU of cargo. Not enough room for any of the vehicles, but that's primarily because the hatch on the back, excuse me, is simply too small to get a vehicle into. And I don't think it's too short, because your guy walks into it without ducking down. And then you have the C8X, which is essentially the exact same as the C8R, but it adds a couple of weapon hardpoints underneath the wings. I'm pretty sure it's still only a pair of size 1 missiles, though. So once again, it's not really a very combat-capable craft, but it is a nice little shuttle. A lot of people compare it to the shuttlecraft in Star Trek. The added bonus with this is that it's got a medical bed in the back that can restore your food and hydration stats. And it also comes stocked with med pens. I think it's 2 or 3 of each type. And a couple of bottles of water and a couple of energy bars. And you get that every time you claim the ship, like do an insurance claim on it. Alright, how are we coming with our journey? 26 million kilometers. So we're not even making major progress to get there. We'll pull our speed limiter back to the SCM range, just so I don't get distracted and end up diving into the atmosphere. Now, do I actually have enough quantum fuel to get there? I don't. Damn it. I'm going to have to detour. Crew L5 maybe. We're going to have to refuel. I can make her L3, which is a little bit closer.
Quantum drive is now on.
So I kicked out of quantum and I'm going to recalibrate to a new target.
Quantum drive is now on.
I hadn't really considered that I wouldn't have enough fuel to do this all in one trip. Now, one of the nice things about the Pisces ships is that they've got a lot of MFDs. You've got a total of 6 of them spread out. So you can have pretty much everything you need at your, I'm not going to say fingertips because you don't have fingers in this game, but available to you. There's a few switches that are interactable, but not a whole lot of them. By the way, for people that aren't familiar with it, the exit button, which is often available on these ships, is an alternative to the push and Y button. I'm not sure why you'd ever want to use it though. So when we get to her L3, we're basically just going to pull in and pick up some gas and then continue heading for Crusader. And we're going to have to set for the station as well, so I've done that now. It can be kind of interesting traveling around in Star Citizen. It's a little like a flight simulator in terms of some of its systems. You know, it's not as complicated as something like Microsoft Flight Sim or whatever, but it does have a little bit more depth to it than a game like, let's say, well, I wouldn't say Elite Dangerous is less complex. That's got a lot to it as well. But No Man's Sky, for instance, is pretty simple compared to Star Citizen. It doesn't have fuel in it. There's no walking around your ships, any of that kind of stuff. Although, to be fair, you can't do that in Elite Dangerous either. For those of you who are wondering, it's not like I'm looking up to see what's up there. I'm basically just partaking in alcoholic beverages. Okay, where's my target? Okay, 3A, which should be the station. 30,000 kilometers, so that's hardly any trip.
Quantum drive is now off.
And station should be ahead. I don't know what that red flash was all about. That kind of freaks me out a little bit. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, why not just firewall the throttle and blast through this asteroid field? Well, the problem with that is that sometimes you get asteroids that don't necessarily draw in until you're pretty close to them. That can be a problem when they draw in and you're too close to be able to avoid them. Now, sometimes I get a little bit impatient, but for the most part, you want to be kind of careful about that. Otherwise, the next thing you know, you're waking up in a hospital in New Babbage again. And I assume these little micrometeoroids that are showing are not big enough to destroy the ship, but they're probably slowly doing a little bit of damage to it. Yeah, that red flashing is kind of freaking me out a little bit. I mean, I'm still at 100% shields. Okay, where is the station? The station should be right here. Says I'm only 1,000 meters away from the point. That's weird. Most of the time it'll kind of direct you right to them. Oh, I don't think I've seen this station model before, or it's not a common one. Okay, my hotkey doesn't seem to be working for this.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
All right there, buddy. Where's my assigned landing bay? One of the nice things about track IR is you can actually lean your head over a little bit to look around struts and things. Gear down. Folds the wingtips on this thing.
Here. Deployed.
Now I'm not entirely sure if I'm at a vertical hangar here, or if I'm landing on the floor of that thing, or how it works. Like I say, I've never seen this type of hangar before. Okay, it looks like that's where I'm landing. Now that particular little maneuver was landing uncoupled or decoupled. Refuel quantum. And some repair.
Quantum fuel is at 100%.
Sweet. Alright, dude, time to let me out again.
You are clear to launch.
Now I'm still decoupled. So the landing decoupled thing, you basically put your vector indicator right where you want to land, and then you go into decoupled, and then you pivot your ship into the proper attitude for landing. And at that point you basically just hit the space brake when
Landing gear raised.
when you're getting close to the ground. Okay, I'll slow down, I'll set my course. We're setting for Crusader.
Thank you. And please visit again.
What's the deal here? Why will you not set for Crusader? There we go. Says I gotta go to the express station. That doesn't make a shred of sense. Screw it, we'll try and find it without that. Yeah, I don't know, man. How can I not tab to the next waypoint? It won't let me lock onto a waypoint until I go to this thing. Okay, this is so annoying. Now it'll finally do it.
Quantum drive is now on.
Guess that's what I get for playing alpha games. Now, I wonder if I can get that mission yet. Maybe I'm not close enough. Service beacons, nope. Definitely won't be doing claim jumper in this mission, or in this ship. You know what makes these quantum jumps that much more bearable? A conveniently close bottle of whiskey. By the way, if it's not really apparent at this point, this channel is definitely not intended for kids. Hell, this channel's not even intended for adults. This channel's not intended for anybody to watch. But if you're watching it, you take what you get. At least this time we don't have to go down to the planet because I know what the result's going to be. Or rather, down to the platform on the planet. Contract manager. Delivery. Finish delivery. I think I'm going to take this one, the Gundo station. Gundo station's kind of a cool place.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now on.
Apparently I have to go to Daymar first.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Okay, this ain't necessarily good news. There's another player ship here. An Aurora MR. Well, not necessarily a danger ship. But the guy could still be packing a gun and kill me. MR is typically a new player ship, so hopefully he's not going to be terribly hostile. Now that said, that don't mean there ain't going to be somebody else that's going to be terribly hostile. So we'll go lights off. And other than that, we're going to leave the ship active. Actually, no, we'll go engines off too.
Engines online.
Check and make sure I'm wearing a helmet. Feel pretty stupid if I jumped into space without one. Close up the ship. Feel pretty stupid if I came back and it wasn't here. Now I've been through here before, so I sort of know where I'm going. There's an investigation mission in here as well, where you have to solve the mystery of what happened to this guy that was accused of destroying the station. Some people have trouble with the zero-G. I've never really had a problem with it though. Maybe it's all that Kerbal Space Program. Alright, we got the package. Now we just got to make our way out. Ideally without getting shot. Now it's possible that this guy is a cold-blooded killer flying a beginner ship just to lull people into a sense of false security. If that's the case, I am pretty much screwed. Because you know what I'm carrying for a gun? Nothing. Maybe some harsh language. Oh, he's gone. Or maybe it was a she. There's simply no way to tell these days. Okay, package is dropped.
Engines online.
Engines online. Here we go. Okay, clear the station. Let's get this drop-off location. Port Olistar. Alright, haven't been there in a while. Let's hope this works out better than the last trip where I came in at extreme speed and smashed into the station and died.
Bottom drive is now off.
Port Olisar was actually one of the first stations in the game. And it was pretty much the only place to spawn when I first started playing.
Bottom drive is now off.
Thank
Okay, so we're seeing red.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Landing gear deployed.
And we're doing a decoupled landing again. We'll see how that works out. So right where the marker is where we're going to hit. Tilt up, space brake, hammer down.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Engines online.
Engines off, out of the seat, pick up the package. We'll hope for a lack of pad rammers. Yeah, this is a pretty cool place because you can get from your bed in the hab to getting onto your ship and flying in very short time. Cycle into the airlock. And I think we might hang around for a while. So maybe we'll store the ship.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again. Goodbye. Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again.
What the hell? Why would you do that? Okay, so Port Olisar is divided into 4 different sections, and you can't travel between the sections, which means my only way to get to that other section, 550 meters away, is going to be EVA. I don't know why they would have given me a landing spot here, but they did. Now, hopefully I don't get killed trying to do this. That is always a possibility. Especially when you got people showing in red. Ah, we get a Cutlass. Is that the Phoenix? It is. That's the luxury ship. I suppose I probably should have tried to get closer to the drop-off location before I asked for landing clearance, but I haven't been here in quite a while and I'm not really used to this place anymore. Now the trick for doing this, and I haven't done it in quite a while because it's been a while since I've been here, is you don't want to come in at too high an altitude over the pad, because as soon as you hit the pad, gravity kicks in and then you're going to drop down. Okay, that was pretty smooth. And the 4 sections of Port Olis are all identical. So I can call my ship up here and it should show up just the same. Whoops, I don't know if it makes a difference which one I put this into. But since it says this one, I ain't going to take a chance. Woohoo, that's it. Completed the mission. Getting paid the big bucks. 5,000. That's enough to buy almost nothing. So this is where you buy your ship parts, Dumpers Depot. They've got your Regulus and your Sunflares and your Zapjets and your Sunflares, and anyways, I'm not even sure what type of components those are. They could be coolers, they could be quantum drives, it could be anything. Kasaba, I was looking for a pair of pants. Twilight, aqua, dark green, dark red. Let's try these on. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, yeah. Why does it say I can rotate? There's no rotate. There's no rotate at all. Lying bastards. Okay, so those were the Twilight. I'm going to buy those because they were cheap. What else do I need? Ooh, sweet looking jackets. Imperial jacket, 2,600. I don't know if I'm willing to spend 2,600 on a jacket though. Shoes, don't think I need shoes. Landing pads, the terminals. Let's see what else PO has to offer. I seem to remember there used to be a gun store in here and I think an armor store. Garrity Defense, that sounds like a gun store. Oh, defense, maybe that's more armor. Ah, the Max Flex. That was my first armor in the game. Ventura. The red stuff doesn't look half bad, though. Imperial Red. That's the FBL.
That's a nice fit.
Yeah, it is a pretty nice fit. I don't like the backpack though.
Hey, back again, I see. Welcome. Good purchase. Good purchase.
Now, the gun dealer would probably be this guy. Live fire weapons.
Hi, welcome.
SMGs.
We've just received some exciting new products. Have a look.
Aluminum SMG. I think I need some SMG ammo too.
Hey, back again, I see. Welcome.
You see that, do ya? So, if you're not familiar with Star Citizen, it allows you, once you have armor on, to store certain things in your inventory or on your armor for easy access. So I got my gun available. Now at this point I have to store it in the core armor. So I only got 4 clips that are available for quick reload. And I should probably try to find a couple of med pens. Oh, what am I thinking? I'm flying a ship full of them. Okay, what other kind of hijinks do I want to get into here? Contract manager. Go to Daymar. I think we're going to do a box mission. Box missions are the staple of the early game player. And although I've done these things before, I still kind of get a kick out of them. I don't really care about making a giant amount of cash. This will pay me to do, like, for some of what I just purchased. So we'll go to the main room here. We'll spawn the ship out.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle
Retrieve
selected.
that.
Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the
D02.
Goodbye.
So we're in section D, and I'm looking for 02, which is this way, 1 to 4. Oh, airlock, so you got to use the manual control. One and two.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
Online, you say. Good, then that means we can lift.
Landing gear raised.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Now, I'm trying to get away from this station because there's a lot of, let's say, less pleasant activities that take place here. Line up on Daymar. We'll calibrate for that. Quantuming to Daymar.
Quantum drive is now
Looks like we're heading for the far side of the planet.
quantum drive is now on.
Eager Flats. That's where we're going.
Is now on.
We'll do some low-level flight here. Looks like we got another ship here. That could be good news or bad. Mantis.
Docking initiated. Docking denied. Landing gear deployed.
Shut the engines down. That is a weird-ass landing job. Alright, that was a quick pickup. Now we're going to Yella.
Engines online. Landing gear raised.
And sometimes it's fun to just fly around the planets. Spooled up, calibrated, and we're ready to go.
Is now on.
So for new players into the game, this is an awesome way to get used to flying your ship around. You don't make a giant amount of money at it, but it's kind of fun. You get to see different locations. You get to practice your takeoffs, your landings, and you pick up enough cash to pay for your fuel and to pay for the odd gun and stuff like that.
Quantum drive is now on.
Okay, the dark side again.
Quantum drive is now on.
It's not that dark because it's a snowy planet. That's where the ping relay comes in handy. Lights are off. I suspect that ground level is not going to be at 0, considering we're at 2,000 meters away and still 72 kilometers. Gear down, and that locks in my vector. What a landing. That was the decouple mode where you just use your space brake on the way in.
Engines offline.
And it does make for a very smooth landing. You basically just set your vector indicator where you want the landing to take place, like where you want the center of your ship to be, and then use space brake to slow down just as you're coming in. I don't see any other ships around, so I'm going to take a chance and not bother to close the door. Sometimes that bites you in the ass, sometimes it doesn't. Package is placed. Mission is complete. That's it. We're done. Alright, now just for chuckles, even though I've probably run this video longer than it needs to be, I'm going to go over to Grim Hex. I haven't been to Grim Hex in a long time. In fact, last time I tried to go to Grim Hex, I died. I died severely because I was running way too fast through the asteroid field. I'm hoping this time it turns out a little different though. If it doesn't, well, that'll be an abrupt end to the video.
Engines online. Landing gear raised.
And the reason I have confidence to do that is because I can see my vector indicator in the center of the screen. So I know I ain't going to hit nothing when I'm doing that. Grim Hex is in orbit of Yella. Grim Hex is a criminal hideout. Well, maybe hideout's the wrong term for it. It's a base that's primarily for criminals.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Now, anytime you start screwing around in an asteroid field in this game, you're kind of taking your life into your hands. And when you start doing it at above SCM speeds, That's not entirely sensible either.
Landing pad assigned.
Okay, we got a landing pad available. It was one of them giant cables that took me out last time.
Landing gear deployed.
Decoupled. Alright, I guess I'm clear of the doors. Okay, welcome to Grim Hex.
All systems offline.
This is where you come if you want criminal missions. We're going to go aboard, and then I think I'm going to shut down the video. You people are probably sick of watching this by now. Well, to be fair, you guys were probably sick of watching this in the first 5 minutes, and it's unlikely any of you stuck around to this point of the video. But who can say? People got weird tastes. Some people got no tastes. That's my target audience.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
So, this is the Hex. Not a huge amount to see here. It's an asteroid belt that's seen better days long in the past. Now it's typically the scum of the Stanton system that hang out here. No offense to anybody that can hear me. You got your admin office with its trade terminals. There's ship parts in here somewhere. I believe there's a bar in here somewhere. You can purchase these things to clear up your crime stats. That tells you who their target audience is. You can deal with criminals to take missions. Doesn't exactly look like the best shape of place. Surprised they don't even have gravity here. There is a back way in other than the hangars. Yeah, this is it, the broken hangar. So if you don't want to dock your ship, you basically just come through here. Busted up airlock that's not functional. 0G yourself up to the main level. So that's kind of a neat feature of the station. Injured in the war, I guess, eh? I'm guessing this guy got brain damage in the war. Ooh, a duster. That's actually kind of cool. 4,500 bucks, it ain't quite that cool. But I suppose if you're a badass criminal type, maybe you don't care about price. I do need some high top boots though. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there is illicit cargo down here that you get illegal box missions, essentially. Or at least that's what it used to be. I don't know if it still is.
The hell you want?
Apparently I want nothing. So yeah, that's where you used to pick up and drop off the illegal stuff. Not sure if that's still in the game. Be kind of surprised if it wasn't. Contracts. Delivery. Ling family. Finish Kovalex. Yeah, that's the Gundo one again, and then the rest of these are all triple box missions. And then somewhere in here there's a weapon dealer. I thought there was an armor dealer, but I could spend half the night wandering around this place looking for it. Admin. That's that place. That's the deserted section of the station. The bar. Yeah, it's kind of a rat's maze. Anyways, I don't think there's a lot to see by wandering around here if I happen to find a different store or whatever. So I'm going to leave it here for this video. You got to see a little bit of stuff, including a box mission, the Gundo station, which is the decrepit space station. You got to look at a little bit of Grim Hex. And yeah, I suppose that should be enough for one video. I mean, it's not like you guys are here looking for top quality entertainment. Otherwise, why would you be here looking for it? Anyways, thanks for watching. Come back for the next video. Subscribe or like if you want, but I don't really care either way because I get paid the same either way. Anyways, till the next time. Bye bye.